According to Hootsuite, YouTube is the second most visited website in the entire world. Google takes the first spot. People watch more than 5 billion hours of video on YouTube every single day, and 70% of viewers bought from a brand after seeing a video of it on YouTube. Those stats are impressive, but watch to the end because I've got 7 things every small business needs to do immediately when you get on YouTube, plus some tips to help you grow your subscriber count. Hi, I'm Morgan with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about how to name your small business YouTube channel, some best practices, and how to optimize your name for SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization if you're not familiar with the term. Let's start with naming your channel. You want your channel name to be something that's memorable and that will give viewers a clear idea of what they can expect when they click. Most channel names fall into 4 categories. Someone's name, like Taylor Swift or Beyonce. Brand name, like Nike or Coca-Cola. A category, classic game room, for example. Or something descriptive, like epic rap battles or ultimate kitchen. Within these 4 categories, you can be as creative or not as you want. Here are some general name best practices, and remember, much like the Pirates Code,
the code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
The first is keep your name short and make it easy to remember. Ideally, your name is easy to remember. Think about how your name looks typed out in a hashtag and said out loud. Is it going to be a channel that makes people go, huh? When someone says it to them? Yeah, it's called Morgan's Marvelously Magnificent Magical Mind. Wait, marvelously malevolent? Marvelously malevolent? No. Magical Mind. Morgan's Magical Mind. Marvelous Magical Mind. Morgan's Marvelous Magical Mind. Morgan's Marvelous Magical... What? Number 2 is avoid numerals or cutesy text or symbols. This plays into searchability. It's going to be really difficult to show up in search results if your channel name is just a bunch of numbers or symbols. This reduces your chance of being discovered accidentally and of folks who are actually looking for you being able to find you. Maybe they can't quite remember, was it 67359 or 95376? Number 3 is avoid made-up words. Like with numbers and symbols, this suggestion prioritizes searchability. Wondertastic may have exactly the excitement and magic that you are looking for, but it's going to be hard for folks to remember, and your searchability and discoverability are going to suffer. Number 4, consider your audience. You should think about your target audience when choosing your channel name. Some businesses or niches can be edgier than others. Marketing Mayhem may be an excellent name for one audience, but an awful choice for another. Just read the room and you'll be fine. Number 5 is use title case for readability. All caps or all lowercase names are fun and have a certain aesthetic appeal, but what we really care about is readability by humans. It's a good idea to use title case where you capitalize every word like in a book title. Number 6 is leave room for growth. It's not a good idea to niche yourself too much or lock yourself into a commitment. For example, a channel name of Morgan's Daily Magic Trick Explanation both niches me quite a lot, magic trick explanations, and locks me into a commitment of a daily explanation. This leaves little room for growth or change. If I want to do balloon animals later, it's hard to fit into magic explanations. A better name would be something like Morgan's Guide to Magic because it specifies the niche, is intriguing enough to get a click, and leaves topics open for expansion. Number 7 is consider your existing social media accounts and URLs. If you have a website and other social media accounts, you may want to keep your username close to others so that your users from other platforms can find you easily on YouTube. Don't worry if you can't find exactly the same username. Make it as close as you can by adding underscores or dashes. Number 8 is make it catchy and intriguing. When possible, choose a name that makes people go, I have to see more. I've saved this for later on in the list because it's a nice to have and not a necessity. If you can't think of something super interesting, that's okay. Number 9 is use words that elicit an emotional response. Similarly to keeping it catchy and intriguing, a channel name that elicits an emotional response, like excitement or surprise or disgust, may get more clicks, at least more initial interest clicks, than channels that don't elicit an emotional response. You will want to be careful with this one though. Do you really want people feeling disgust when they see your business YouTube channel? Maybe not, but also maybe. Maybe you're a garbage removal company, so that initial feeling of disgust would be appropriate since that initial feeling may be what drives your customers to seek out your services and call you. So use your best discretion. Since YouTube is a search engine and it's owned by Google, the world's biggest search engine, you need to be sure to optimize your channel name for SEO, or search engine optimization. The days of cutesy, nonsensical, or weird YouTube channel names are long past, at least for business channels. Since YouTube shows up in Google search results, you want to make sure that your channel name is optimized for SEO. You can do this by researching relevant search terms. Most valuable searches will be 3 or more words, and playing with combinations with your business name and those terms. Before you announce anything, make sure that your desired channel name isn't already taken by doing a search on YouTube and on Google. If it is taken, don't worry, that does happen. Keep looking for a variation that you like that makes sense for your business, and you'll find something perfect. Now that we've looked at best practices, let's brainstorm a name in real life. I'll walk you through the process that I use when I'm helping clients think of ideas. The first is to research some of the top performing keywords for your business or industry. If you're a therapist, make a list of relevant terms people would be searching for, like therapy or counseling or anxiety. Include general terms and more specific niche terms that are relevant to you. Keyword phrases tend to perform better, so look for terms with 3 or more words. Number 2 is make a list of channel names that you've seen and that you've liked, if you can think of any. This will just kind of help you get an idea for your style. Number 3 is to write a list of any words that you want associated with your channel, like epic or best or true, or any branded or must-have words like trademarks or business names. The next step would be to look at what your competitors are doing across your industry. If there's an industry standard, you may want to follow it or you may want to break it, but you want to make that choice strategically. Here's a pro tip for you. If you're really just hitting your head against a wall, try using a YouTube name generator to help you. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting the ideas flowing, so I found generators to be a nice injection of rocket fuel. Now, it's rare that they spit out something that doesn't need work, but they usually do help get those creative juices flowing. I would keep in mind to take everything that you get from a generator with a grain of salt. Usually these are owned by companies who are using them as a marketing tool themselves. The 5th step would be to try out different combinations of the words and phrases that you like with your search terms. It's even a good idea to test out the name in some of your graphics, like your YouTube cover art, just to see what it will look like. Keep that graphic on your desktop or check it often over a few days to see how it feels over time. You don't have to release it to your audience, but you should get a feel for how it looks. Number 6 is don't overthink your channel name or let it hinder you from getting started with video. Video is the best way to reach your existing customers and find new customers. It's more important to get started and learn as you go than to wait until you're perfect. You'll never be perfect at it, so don't wait until you're there. As one of our owners, Sean, says, progress over perfection. I don't recommend changing your channel name if you can avoid it, but sometimes you have to, and that's okay. Don't let that stop you from moving forward. Okay, now that you've got a good idea of how to select your name, let's look at what you should do as soon as you secure your channel name and some tips for growing your subscriber count. Here are 7 things every small business needs to do as soon as you get that channel name secured on YouTube. The first is to add channel art. You want to make sure that new visitors know who you are, what your channel is about, and they know what to expect. You can communicate a lot about your brand and the tone of your channel with the graphics that you choose. Show your business or employees, show some of your products or topic-related stock photos. If you don't have any of the other things, you can use stock photos, it's fine. There are a ton of great templates on Canva and similar sites that you can use as well, so you don't even need to hire a graphic designer to make good graphics. Make your channel cover art as interesting as possible. Here are some examples. Number 2 is fully complete your profile. Not filling out your profile info is like not answering when someone asks you, so what do you do for work? If your profile info is empty, people can't learn about your business even when they want to. Let people know what your business is, what kind of videos you make, how often they can expect to see new things from you, and anything else that you want them to know. And you definitely want to include links to your website as well. Number 3 is film a trailer. YouTube allows you to select the video that will show to new visitors, and they encourage you to use the trailer on your page. Use the trailer as an opportunity to tell your potential customers the most important information, like who you are and what you're going to do for them. Do this quickly so that you pique their interest. When filming a trailer, it's a good idea to assume that your audience has never heard of you. Before you write your trailer script, ask yourself a couple of questions. What's the most important thing I want people to know about my business after they watch this video? What do I want viewers of my trailer to feel? And who should be in the trailer? I found these questions are a great way to guide me to the script. Number 4 is customize your page layout for new visitors by highlighting specific videos and playlists. You can make them feel welcome and guide them to where you want them to go first. When you edit your page layout, you can do so for both new visitors and returning visitors. So make sure to include your channel trailer and any introductory or beginner playlists for new visitors. And for returning visitors, you can focus on your more popular or customer requested series. You can add 12 sections to each of these different layouts. Let's add a section to our page layout. From the left menu, select Customization Layout. At the bottom, click Add Section. Scroll to select your content. For videos, choose to highlight your uploads, popular uploads, short videos, live videos, past or upcoming live streams. For playlists, you can choose to highlight single, created, or multiple playlists. And you can highlight channel subscriptions and featured channels as well. Once you've made those selections, click Publish and your page will update automatically. Number 6 is post on your community feed regularly like you do Facebook and Instagram. You can schedule these posts in advance so you don't have to worry about forgetting or getting stuck in a meeting. Just like on Facebook and Instagram, it's a good idea to post updates, announce new videos, give a sneak peek at an upcoming product or event, use a poll to ask what your audience wants to see next, and so many other ideas. The feeds are very similar to Facebook, so you'll get comfortable using them after a couple of days. Number 6 is post on your community feed regularly like you do Facebook and Instagram. YouTube is a social network. The most popular channels have a very engaged audience, which means an active presence by channel owners. Your on-screen person doesn't have to do all of the responding, although they should engage and take the time to build that relationship. But someone representing the company should be responding to every comment. You can use a social media specialist to check in and respond once a day, or it could be a moderator that you found from your devoted fans, or it could be a combination that works for you. When responding, it's important to thank people for taking the time to watch your channel, answer any questions that they have, and ask open-ended questions to keep them engaging. I know some of you are thinking, what about negative comments? There's a difference between critical comments and abuse. I like to respectfully respond to critics about content or filming, thanking them for taking the time to watch and addressing how the issues will be resolved. I delete abusive comments because those just don't need to be there. It's your channel, so ultimately you get the final say in what you delete and what you leave up. Deleting anything that's negative about your brand, even legitimate customer questions, can make your followers a little wary of you, so tread carefully. But that doesn't mean you should leave up abusive comments. Again, that doesn't need to be there. Take those down. Number 8 is interact with other channels as your channel. YouTube is a search engine and a social network, so you'll be rewarded for being an active user. You'll need to go beyond posting videos and responding to comments. Make sure you're watching, liking, commenting on, and sharing other users' videos that you think would be useful or entertaining to your audience. It's a good idea to curate content from other channels so that you have something to share even if you haven't made anything yourself, and because it helps you make friends and connections in the YouTubing community. YouTube really pushes the community aspect. This will help you in the future with possible collaborations or shoutouts, and it helps with the algorithm now. Okay, so you've chosen a great SEO-friendly name, you've secured your channel, and you've set up everything properly. How can you increase your subscriber count? The first thing you should do is announce your new YouTube channel to your audiences on your other channels and tell folks what they'll get by joining you on YouTube. If they follow you somewhere else, chances are they'd love to follow you on YouTube. 74% of adults in the US use YouTube, so chances are your audience is already there. This can help you grow your channel rather quickly, and it will give you a boost in the algorithm as they see a bunch of new people start to follow you. Next, you'll want to send the news out to your email subscribers and invite them to join you. If they're subscribed to your email list, like following you on other channels, chances are they kind of like you. Why not ask them to support you on your channel? Be sure to highlight the added value to your customers. Focus on what you'll be providing them through these videos. Are they getting tutorials, free projects or patterns, helpful tips, product reviews, or something else? And be sure to highlight other benefits of joining, like monthly giveaways exclusively hosted on YouTube, or sneak peeks at upcoming releases that you won't post anywhere else. The third thing is to pay attention to trending topics on the trending page and make videos on them when they're relevant. The YouTube algorithm will give your video a boost if you're covering trending topics because it wants to keep users on the platform as long as possible. Even smaller channels can find their videos on trending if they hit the right topic at just the right time. It's tough to do, so don't make this your main goal, but it's something to try for. Number 4 is focus on content quality over quantity. Make videos that educate, entertain, or help you make an emotional connection with your viewers. If your video just feels like a super long QVC commercial, you run the risk of annoying everyone and your viewers. Growth and conversions will suffer because of that. Number 5 is post video consistently. You don't have to post daily. In fact, you don't even have to post more than once a week, but you do need to post consistently and let your viewers know what they can expect. You can do this by adding the info to your channel graphics and telling folks in video when to expect the next one. It's better to start smaller and grow as you learn more and get access to more resources than to promise something that you can't deliver on. Number 6 is partner with larger channels or creators who would have a good crossover audience. You don't want to partner with competitors, of course, but find related interests that can overlap with your products and services. You'll be able to offer valuable entertainment or education to your audience and reach a new audience with your collaborator, many of whom may become new followers. Number 7 is use YouTube stories and the community feed. These features were added by YouTube to increase each channel's ability to engage with their audience outside of comments. There are also features that users like, so be sure to use them. Again, you can post behind the scenes, channel updates, teasers to upcoming videos, announcements of new videos. You can do polls and ask questions. Make sure that you set aside a little bit of time every day to respond to the comments in the community feed. It's separate from your videos. Number 8 is host a giveaway. Now, you need to be careful with giveaways because you could end up with tons of people who follow you only to unfollow you as soon as that giveaway is over. I'm sure we've all done it. You won't keep 100% of the subscribers who followed you for a giveaway, but it can be a great way to attract new followers. The best way to avoid getting a ton of fake follows is to keep the prize related to your business and your ideal audience's interest. Don't opt for something with a huge, broad appeal unless it makes sense to your business. Those are my tips for naming your small business YouTube channel, some extra tips for what to do as soon as you get on the platform, and some of the strategies that I use to help small businesses grow their YouTube subscriber count. Did you find any of this helpful? Are you going to implement some of my tips? I'd love to hear about it in the comments, and I'd love to share my ideas and feedback with you. Please let me know how I can help. Remember, what's more important than subscriber count or number of videos you put out in a week, or even quality of video, is whether or not your videos are serving your customers. So even if only one of your customers watches your video and they felt a little bit happier or a little more educated or a little more entertained, then you've done an excellent job. Remember, progress over perfection. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I'll see you in an upcoming video. Happy marketing!